Good afternoon and good morning, good day, whichever country you're in. Welcome to my live broadcast 267. And broadcasting live out of Auckland, New Zealand. My name is Keith Pure and I'm addressing the Billion Coin community. Once again, welcome. Most of you will have seen that the blog has been pretty huge all week. And it's still getting bigger and bigger. So we've got a bigger post that I'm going to read out shortly. And all of these problems. So it's starting to quieten down if people don't know what we're talking about. There's been a whole lot of ruffle going around in TBC about the fees going up. And right till now, as far as I know, they're still going up to $25 US a month. And it needs to. Yeah. Especially for technology, we've got to move forward. We are moving to the economy stage around in December, January, and moving into a new blockchain. So admin will need all the finances they can raise at the moment, and that is what it is at the moment.
Are you recording?
And that is at the moment what I am, and what it is. It's about the $25 fee. So I'll just share the screen and we'll go and have a look at this blog that admin has put forward. He sort of softened himself up a wee bit, but however, I think everything still stands the same. So I'm just going to share the screen. No? TBC admin cares and is listening. It's not easy to listen to an opposing point of view, but as the admin of TBC, I'm willing to do that and respond quickly. I come in peace and I have a great deal of patience. Just because some people are outspoken doesn't mean they are right about everything. I listen very carefully and can pick out what has merit from what doesn't. I'm responsive too. Don't believe anyone that would suggest I'm not open to advice. The evidence of receiving advice is all over this blog. You can see videos in this blog while I'm in the chat area of a live broadcast responding to everything. I have been spending a great deal of my time every day for years listening to every second of a broadcast in English before I post it here on the blog. I'm listening because I care. I have been attending weekly broadcasting meetings for months now and reaching out to the broadcasters and inviting them to connect with me on a one-on-one basis too. Just because there isn't a formal body advising me doesn't mean I'm not getting advice. I get advice all the time from those I met with and from those expressing themselves on social media. I was recently suggested that some debate should be in place before rolling out a new policy, and I agreed to that, and within hours of hearing that suggestion, I wrote this article. And as you can see, the highlighted there. So when you get a bit of time, those who are watching this live broadcast can click on those highlighted spots here and go and have a look at some behind there. The same also suggested there should be room to adjust the new policy, and immediately I wrote, even though it has become very clear to me that this former TBC leader is part of a conspiracy to do a hostile takeover of the Kringle Society and continue his long patience of poaching TBC members away from TBC towards one of the shiny objects he is pursuing at any given time. Most recently, a token that has yet to be launched. I still listen and can sort out good advice when I hear it. But that doesn't change the fact that he has proven to be very ignorant of what a private society is and what the role of an overseer is, and even what the role of the Privy Council does within it. Yet again, it does seem to be time to set up a Privy Council, and I immediately took action, and this is the result so far. Don't forget there's all these highlighted areas if you'd like to go and got time to have a look at and behind those highlighted areas because there are also big rocks behind them. Today they suggested that there's an emergency within the TBC community regarding the important notice. So I had it removed from the public notice area of the website. And when the coin development team wakes up in their time zone, the following will replace what is there now. Please disregard the important notice that was here previously. TBC admin apologizes to all, especially any that found themselves in a negative, unforeseen situation as a result of the announcement of a new policy. We are coming together as a community to seek solutions. Please stay updated by reading the blog. Quick, responsive, and responsible action has been the result so far from the admin of TBC. I do hope things calm down worldwide and that all emergency regarding this come to an end soon. This is all proof that good things come from a bad situation. Even though willful ignorance is at the very root of all of this, and again we need to overcome that as a community. The mission to end poverty globally will require that this community overcomes willful ignorance in order to properly organize ourselves to be effective in the task related to completing this important mission. Talk about emergency. There are emergencies every day all over the world because people are dying daily due to abject poverty. Has this former TBC leader forgotten that? Well, that remains to be seen because for now he appears to be hyper-focused on the hostile takeover of the Kringle Society and unseating of admin TBC. He doesn't appear to me to be concerned at all at the damage they have already caused by not following protocol. When it comes to redressing concerns with our private society, such as taking any concerns they may have to an active TBC leader, such as invade Derek one-on-one quietly, so not to cause trouble for the whole TBC community. Only a troublemaker goes out in public and uses YouTube as a bully pulpit. Part of their plan is to disrupt the TBC community by being outspoken on YouTube. If they truly cared about the mission of TBC, they should set aside their prejudice against its admin, follow proper protocol, and watch and see what happens. They should stop long practice of poaching and stop using YouTube as a bully pulpit and stop being surprised when others also use the same approach of using YouTube to call them out on what they are obviously doing. I come in peace, and your group should find some peace enough to allow our TBC community to move forward with our mission without former disruptions from bullies and conspirators. Let us be. After all, the TBC admin has steered the TBC community into a hyper-growth wave that certainly has the potential of fulfilling our objective of having 1 billion members this year of 2019. And here, this chart here is a growth chart. We 2018, somewhere around about May and June, we started climbing, and then and right over here at July, going into August 2019, we've just shot straight up with growth. And that is that would be from July, August, that'll be from the admin credits, I would say. Okay. I'm human, and sometimes unforeseen things can happen as a result of a decisive action. I'm allowed to learn from such things too, without being castigated needlessly. Raising funds is an important part of our preparation towards paying for the technology we will need in order to have the ability to process mass quantities of transactions as part of fulfilling our mission. Let us be. We are a peace-loving community. We certainly don't need former TBC leaders coming in to disrupt our operations. So go in peace and do as you please towards a productive and not a destructive objective of your own. None of you will be seen as heroes for tearing into the TBC community, regardless of your delusions of grandeur. Go build something, and maybe that will be great. We will debate the options available to raise the funds needed to complete our important mission. Because every day somewhere real emergencies are happening because of abject poverty. It is a matter of life and death. We are doing is working. In fact, that I pay out so many Bitcoin bounties every day is proof that we are raising poor people out of the poverty, one person out at a time. It's numbers game, and our numbers are getting bigger. It's determined to press forward. And that's all done, all from TB admin, this blog. And obviously, yeah, I have an idea who is trying to take over TBC. So the one or two people that I can think of, but I won't mention any names. the rest of the community quite stupid if they're going to follow them, because they've lost all their, what we call in New Zealand, mana. They've lost all of that. You only have a new leader, and that's Mbe Derek. That's why he named him. All the old leaders that have fallen away are has-beens. That's what you call them over in New Zealand, has-beens. Anyway, I'll leave this open. Like I said, behind all these highlighted areas, there's some big blogs behind there. I've actually been in to have a look. This one down here, the coin, the billion coin blog. There's quite a bit of information in behind there, and admin is using that to back up what he has written in this big blog here today. And I haven't seen a blog these big since 2018 achievements. So if I've finished within the blog, I won't be going anywhere else. And I'll just leave this open for questioning. I've got my wife Beck sitting in there. I don't see anybody else in the chat room. So, Beck, do you like to add to that? I would say this blog is worth going over again. You finish? You don't want to come in? Oh. Okay, I'll stop sharing now. Yeah, I'll finish. That's what I said. That's what I was saying. You got any question? Oh, you can go in because I haven't pulled out. I've just pulled it off the board. Yeah. I don't have my headset on. Yeah, Bex has got a few questions in there, which is good. And she's just putting on a headset or connecting the bottom.
Kia ora people, kia ora koutou, wherever you are from and wherever you are. I just read what Keith just explained from the blog, and I read it before, earlier. And what I took from that was that admin is willing to do a rethink, or maybe it's called a change from what he wanted before to something else. Now, nothing's been actually said as to what could happen. And I don't know if there will be or when it will be. So, I just say to everyone, while everyone is up in the air regarding, their thoughts and where they want to be and how they want things to work, I just want people to think positive. Look at the picture that you saw before when you first started. Look at the big picture. A lot of people forget there's a bigger picture than the picture right in front of them. So they easily sway their thinking. They listen to people left, right, and centre, and they think, oh, that person's saying this about you. That person's saying this. The thing is, it's how you saw it in the beginning. Of course, a lot of things, may have changed along the way, but that is business. Change is good. And change happens when things break. So, you've got to think about it. Here's admin trying to control so many different areas all at once. and trying to bring them under the command, or I won't say under their control, far from it. They're trying to bring everybody together as peacefully as they can, with the one agenda in mind, and that's poverty. That is the beginning of it all. So, if you think that, okay, you want to drop it, then think about why you're dropping it, or why you're dropping out of TBC, and for what reason, and where will you go? What will you do once that is done? On the other hand, there are those who just want to keep going. They just want to see the end of this, and so they see the big picture. Nothing's going to sway their mind or change it, because they have a belief. A lot of people have their gut feeling, and a lot of people go with their gut feeling, and you can't blame them for that. They base it on a lot of their experiences, their values, a whole lot of things. So, if I was you, I'd read this blog again that Key's written today, read today, and I would really look at all the different links that are on there, go into those links, because that's what I did today. I checked out every single link that he had in there, admin had in there. And I have my opinion before I read that. And since I've read it, nothing's changed. No one can change my mind. I'm basing it over what I know, what I've experienced in the past, and what I'm going to experience moving forward. And the result at the end is driving me there. So that's all I've got to say, to a lot of you that are out there. Make your decision based on what you believe. Not hearsay. Not what somebody else says. On what you really believe in your gut feeling. And whether, ask yourself the questions as well. Whether you've contributed to this happening. Because one, you've either done nothing, jumped into it, done nothing, or two, you didn't understand from the beginning. And any business thrives on working people. No business thrives on non-workers. Those are who we call the unemployed. Don't come into TBC as an unemployed person and want to remain that way. No, there's no room for those people. You need to come in and do your little bit. Doesn't matter how big or small it is, you need to contribute to the growth of TBC. And if you can answer that question honestly and, with honesty, you're the type of person that needs to continue in TBC. So that is me. I've had my little 5 minutes spiel, and I hope that people take that into consideration, because TBC is still for me, no matter what people say. And I'm happy with the way it's been going. I have no gripes. I mean, even the change in fee, that hasn't turned my head. It's just made, it's just made my brain calculate a bit more. It's made me do a lot more thinking about ahead, not behind, ahead. That's where I want it to be. Not going to be a smooth ride for nobody. If you're expecting that, then it's not for you. So be prepared to come into TBC, stay in TBC, and do some work. That's what makes it grow. That's me. Hei konei rā koutou. Aru te ki.
Okay, folks, you've heard Bex's point of view. Just have a good think about it, and yes, it's really up to you what you're going to decide, whether you're going to stay in TBC and follow this or follow this new coin. And I'm sure I saw that new coin coming on Facebook just the other day. But yeah, don't get suckered into something and start again, put money into something else again. I mean, be real. A business needs finance to keep moving forward, and this is what's happening in TBC. They need finance to move forward. Otherwise, you just don't grow. Otherwise, you get scammed, and there's a lot of scammers. I actually saw a person still scamming just the other day on Facebook, trying to sell a wallet. They're either not listening or not reading the blog. I just wrote all over his page, scam, scam, scam. He or she didn't come back and answer. And that's what we need to protect at TBC, is the scam. And the sad thing about it, they're scammers and they're already in TBC. And we all know those countries that do it. There's not many other different countries in TBC. There's the honest ones and there's the handful of not so honest. Only a handful. But I know admin has caught one big one out and permanently shut that scammer's account down, along with all the other buyers who were buying off him or her. Whoever knows what it was, it's a he or a she. So yeah, just don't be fooled in and think you'll get rich going to buy illegal wallets. Because if you get caught, don't start complaining. Anyway, thank you, folks. That's me for another day. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, or whatever time zone you're in around the world, evening or afternoon, or even morning. I'll be back same time again, mid-afternoon New Zealand time, and you have a good break. Have a good think about what is happening right now. Thank you so much.